welcome back to my channel. This is Brown Girl Bella, your beauty bestie, bringing you all the luxe beauty news, reviews, sales, and so much more. Today is the day, my VIBs and my insiders. Today is the day that you shop. So your bestie is here giving you a smattering of different things that you can get at the VIB sale. Now this is not all encompassing because I didn't put any hair care in here, I didn't put any body care in here or any of that stuff, but if you want, I can do that. So let me know if you want like my suggestions on skincare and body care and hair care, and I will do another one for you on those things. But I do have for you makeup, starting with brows. We do a little foundation, we do a little powder, we talk about fragrance scents and other things in this video. So I hope you like it. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps this channel out a lot. And it lets the YouTube algorithm know that my video is worthy of your time and attention. And for that, I thank you so very, very much. So without any delay, let's get into about all of the things that I did. And I'm going to show you some B-roll of me actually putting everything on so you can see it as I'm applying it and why I love it. So without further delay, let's get into it. Okay, first up is brows, and you know I am serious about my brows. One of the products that I absolutely love is the one by Charlotte Tilbury. This is called the Brow Cheat. I have it in shade dark brown, and as you can see, it looks very flawless on the skin. It blends in really easily. It gives you nice hair-like strokes, and I love that for us, babes. Then I go in with the Benefit Precisely My Brow, also in shade number 5, which is a brown black, just to deepen up in some areas where my brows are a little sparse. It fills it in very nicely, again with those beautiful hair-like strokes. And look at these brows, babes. Perfection, right? Perfection. I love it. Next, let's talk concealers, because I have tried so many concealers this year, and I still have some that I haven't tried yet that I want to try before the end of the year, and I do my Bella Awards. If you don't know, every December I do a Bella Miss, so from December 1st through the 25th, and share with you everything that goes on in between. And in the middle of that, I do what's called my Bella Awards. Now, these are awards that I give out to some of the best in makeup, beauty, skincare, hair care that I have tried during the year. So don't miss that, because it is really, really good. And you, my babes, are always in on the action, because we always share the nominees and we talk about which ones should be in which categories. So make sure you look at my community page, because I will have on there all of the nominees, and we discuss who should be in which category, and then we vote. And your vote combined with my vote brings us the winners for 2025. So don't miss it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, tap that notification bell, boop, so you're notified each and every time that I upload, post, go live, and do the nominees for this year's Bella Miss Awards, and also participate in the awards as well. All right, so again, me and concealer have been loving each other this year, and I've discovered and rediscovered a lot of concealers that I absolutely love. And one of the ones that is new to the market and I really, really love is this one by LYS. Now, this product is a twofer, because not only can you use the sponge applicator, but you can pull the applicator out, which I don't know how to do yet. Pull this out. It also acts as a regular doe foot concealer, but I use it underneath my eyes to add more brightness, awaken my eyes a little bit. And I love this color. This is in Caramel DN3. And when I tell you, I was blown away by how beautiful this blends into the skin. I'm going to use my LYS brush again to just blend it in, but you see what I'm doing in the split screen. Same thing. And I love the coverage that this gives me. It gives me a nice brightness while also covering up those dark spots and blending into the skin seamlessly. I use the Natasha Denona High Glam, and I'm gonna put a little bit more on right now while I show you the B-roll of me applying this and applying the NARS in Caramel as well. So as you can see, this helps brighten up underneath the skin. It works very well with others. So you can see I put the LYS on first and it blends in so seamlessly into the skin. And it just gives you a nice brightening underneath the eye and helps make your skin look more awake, more bright, alert, especially if you are going from work to maybe a holiday event and you don't have time to really freshen up or take a little nap or what have you. This is perfect to like make you look wide awake and fresh as a daisy for those holiday parties. For powder, I use the Fenty. Now this was given to me by the brand back in the summertime, and the color that I have is peach. And again, such a beautiful powder. You don't need a whole lot. It just helps to put everything in and lock it in so that it is flawless. Primer, I have been not really that loyal to primers, and I haven't been really reaching for primers that much. But if I were to reach for a primer, especially if I'm going out or it's a special event or special occasion, I reach for the two that I know will look flawless on my skin each and every time I do it. The first one is by Pat McGrath. This is the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Primer. It is wonderful. The packaging is not, but the actual product inside is fantastic. Goes on, as you can see, very, very smooth, very even. It just fills up any pores and just smooths them out and blurs them so that when you apply your foundation on top, it looks amazing. The other one that I love is by Gucci. This is their Silk Priming Serum. Does the same thing. It almost even looks the same as Pat McGrath, but it's a little teeny bit more expensive. And now's the time to get it, because even with that price tag, you get 15% off. So ching 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 ching, you're gonna save some bucks. I love using this for the same reason I love using the Pat McGrath. It glides on smoothly, it evens out the skin, it helps blur any imperfections, and it just makes whatever foundation you put on top of it look that much more amazing. And I have run both of these through their paces, not only with the foundations that I have of these primers, but also with other foundations as well. So they do play very, very nicely in the sandbox with others. And foundation. Now, I have been rocking with the Prada foundation ever since it came out. And I gotta tell you, it is so beautiful. It's lightweight. This time around, I used 2 pumps for my entire face, but I have gone out using just 1 pump. So you'll see here me applying it, how evenly it smooths out, how beautiful it blends into my skin, and it looks like second skin. You cannot tell the difference. It looks that good. Let's talk blush. So there are two blushes that I love. This one here by Saint Laurent. This is a beautiful one. It's number 37, which I believe is like a peach color. And it is beautiful. Once again, it blends into the skin like nobody's business. I'm gonna put a little bit more on now that my face is finished so that you can see it. And like I say, more is more when it comes to blush. And me, I love blush and I love adding more on, especially right after I finished my look. I'll go back and look and see, should I use some more? And it's most definitely yes, every single time. And then we have the eye, which I shared with you was the Saint Laurent. This is a fabulous eye shade, 710 Store Dolls. Fabulous. You can use it any time of day. For bronzer, I loved using this bronzing stick by Westman Atelier. This is in the shade Truffle. This is actually a contour stick, not a bronzer, but I love the way it just gives you a hint of color without, like I said, going overboard. And you can definitely use this along with any of your actual bronzing powders to deepen it if you want, but I love just a light contour on the cheeks using that product, and it is fantastic. I have a mini size and I haven't even gone through the whole thing, so it little bit lasts a long time. So if you want to get the mini instead of the full size, that's fine, because you definitely will have it for a bit. It's time for mascara, and you know I use a lot of mascara on this channel because I don't use a lot of falsies, but you can for the holidays. Not saying, you know, that's perfectly okay, not saying it's not. And if you do use them beyond special occasions, that's fine too. I choose to just rock my natural lashes, but I must have Lash Clash in my arsenal. Now this is a brown, but I'm gonna actually put some black on top of it. But the reason why I'm doing the brown is because I'm out of the black mascara. But I'm gonna show you how I layer my mascara on to give it a little bit more emphasis. But this Lash Clash is very good. I heard great things also about the Prada mascara and the new Dior mascara. I don't have either one of those, but they are in my cart, so I will be testing them out because I wanted to make sure that I test it before I do my Bella Awards, which is coming up in December. And that is where I review all of the makeup from this past year and give our awards for the best in beauty. So definitely want to check that out. This is the Hourglass Unlocked. This is an instant extensions mascara. Perfect for those like me who want those lashes to just look long and wispy. Even makes my lower lashes look wispy as well. I love that. And they really help with separation of my lashes too, because you know my lashes like to gang up on folks. I enjoy that this also helps me to separate my lashes so that they don't look so clumpy. And but look at that extension, babes. You see that? So good. So if you are a natural lash lover like myself and you want to just make your lashes look amazing without putting on false eyelashes, definitely consider the Hourglass Unlocked Instant Extensions Mascara. Really, really good. All right, now we're on to our favorite part, or at least my favorite part of any tutorial, and get ready with me. The lips, honey, the lips. So I'm gonna start off with my Dior, and this is actually going, so I have to use my lip brush to kind of get the rest of it. This is the Lip Glow Color Reviver Balm, and I love this because it just adds instant moisture to my lips. And especially if I'm going to be using something that's matte or maybe a little drying, this is perfect to kind of moisturize my lips before application. This color is in Le Rouge, which is a red orange. This is another lipstick that is perfect for the holidays, and I discovered that these are refillable. So I am going to get a couple of new ones that I had wanted to try, but I didn't know if I could reuse the same thing. I thought I had to get some other component to do the refills, but since they do fit in here, that's definitely on my list. So the two that I really wanted to get was my Bouche, which is a dark berry, almost purple-like color, but it's like a deep berry. I'm in love with that color since it came out, I think last year or the year before. And there's another one that I wanted to get that was like a neutral lip that I wanted to get in this formula. But the formula is very comfortable to wear. It's easy to put on, as you saw. And even when you're drinking and eating and talking, it wears out very well, and you can put more lipstick on top of it without having to take off all of your lipstick, because it doesn't feather and get, you know, little grimy. You know how sometimes when you reapply a lipstick, especially if it's a matte, sometimes you get that little, it looks like the feathering on the lips. Very unflattering, by the way. So this one, you don't have to worry about that because it will apply and reapply very, very nicely. Lastly, we're gonna grab my favorite highlighter for this year. I've tried a few, but I keep going back to Prada. And I have the Prada number 2, which is like a rose gold. And then I have this one, number 3, which is a bronze. And I'm gonna tell you right now, these are my favorite go-to highlighters. I love the way it blends into the skin. It doesn't sit on the skin. It blends into the skin so, so nicely and gives you almost a lit from within look. Run it down my nose, a little bit on my forehead, a little bit on the cupid's bow. It does have a fragrance, but it dissipates very, very quickly, so you won't feel like you have perfume on your face all day long. It does dissipate, but man, the shine and the glow that it leaves on the skin, remarkable. I really, really love this. So those are my favorites. I am going to now transition into other things that you can get from Sephora, namely some other products that are not makeup, and also some fragrances. So hold please. Hey babes, you saw all of this makeup that I put on using all of these different brushes, but one of the things that I keep in my arsenal at all times, and especially when they have a sale, is this product right here. This is the Sephora Daily Brush Cleaner Spray. I cannot tell you, babes, how many of these I have gone through, especially since I've been doing this channel. What a godsend. It works on natural hair brushes as well as synthetic brushes. You just spray your little paper towel, wipe the brush along the paper towel where you sprayed, and it is clean, especially for my natural hair brushes, because you don't want to wash them too often for the bristles to get dried out and fall out of your ferrule. So I like to use this immediately after using any of my natural hair brushes. And then for synthetic, I use this as well. But because I wash those a little bit more frequently, I don't have to use as much on my synthetic brushes as I do my natural hair. So this is definitely one to grab if you want to just get your brushes clean really quickly and go about your day. This one here is amazing. I love it so much. For perfumes, I have a lot of different perfumes, but I wanted to give you some of my favorites that I love to wear around the holiday season now that it's a little cooler outside. One of the first ones I'm going to show you is by Tom Ford. This is the Perfume. Pardon me for French speakers because I probably butchered that up, but it's like an ebony fume, which I believe is like flame or something. Very good. It gives you a very earthy scent to it. I'll leave the notes somewhere along the side here. But man, this is so good. And I usually layer this because it's a very layerable scent. I'll layer this with either Burberry Goddess, which is another beautiful scent. This is in the travel size. I usually get the travel size first, and then if I like the perfume, then I will buy a full size. But I'm still working on this one and I love it. Or I will layer it with another Tom Ford favorite of mine, and this is Vanilla Sex. This is another one that, you know, is heavy on vanilla, hence the name. It's very light, not too fruity. It's more gourmand, but it works so well with the Ebin Fume. So good. Or I will pair this with Yves Saint Laurent's Black Opium. Now I'm gonna tell you, babes, this is not your mama's Black Opium that she used to wear back in the day that all her clothes still smells like it. If you had a mama like mine that sprayed incessantly. But this is a new, more sophisticated, more elaborate scent than when they first came out. And I gotta tell you, this fragrance, so sophisticated and very layerable as well. Like I said, I layer it with something a little bit lighter because this by itself is amazing, but this layered with something that's a little lighter, it kind of like mixes in very well. So I'll use this with like Burberry Goddess. I will mix it with. I've mixed it with the Tom Fords, and I also love mixing it with the Kilian scents that I have. And this is one that I absolutely love. It's called Can't Stop Loving You by Kilian. If you've never tried a Kilian fragrance, now is the time to kind of test your waters. Get a travel size, get one of the fragrance scents, which have like maybe 5 or 6 different scents in it. Try them out, see which ones you like. I have several in my arsenal, but this one is one of my favorites. This one and another one, Love Don't Be Shy, are my 2 favorites. And I ran out of Love Don't Be Shy, so I only have Can't Stop Loving You, and Angel's Share is the other one I have. And both of them are fantastic. You can layer it or you can use it by itself. Both times it is flawless, and leaves a very lingering, light, sexy scent. So as you're passing by on your way to those cocktail shrimp at a holiday party, they will be like, who is that smells so good? He's like, what? Indeed it is. So definitely any of these, you cannot go wrong as your signature scent for this holiday season. And there you have it, babes. These are just a small sample of my picks for the Sephora sale that's going on right now. Again, if you are a VIB or a insider, you start shopping today, right now. VIB Rouge, we're still going on, and for everyone, the sale ends on 10th. I believe it ends on the 10th. But all of the descriptions and all of the details will be in the description box below. All you have to do is put in all of your little goodies that you have. I've linked all of these, if any of these appeal to you, in the description box below. Again, the code for the sale this year is everything. Put that in and you'll immediately get your percentage off depending on which tier you fall into. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. And for now, you have now been bellified. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you here again soon. Bye.